Hello, my name is Alia and I will present about social media for children. And what is social media? Social media is a computer-based technology that facilitates the sharing of ideas, thoughts, and information about the building of virtual networks and communities. By design, social media is internet-based and gives us users quick electronic communication of content. Social media is a term for the online platforms that people use to connect with others, share media content, and form social networks. Some of the most popular platforms like Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Tumblr, Instagram that we often use it and it's still famous in our society. And social media has benefit for children, such as um, about expect teenagers creative and can build a friendship in the world with other people in the world. Children and teenagers use social media for have fun, make and maintain friendship, share interests, explore identities, and develop relationship with family that has a long distance with them. And it's an extension of their offline and face-to-face interactions. For older teenagers especially, it's often a key part of how they connect with friends. Okay, uh, even it have a benefit, social media have a risk, and it's really um, usually we can find it in our family or our friends. Is the risk of social media is being exposed in inappropriate or upsetting content like mean, aggressive, violent or sexual comments or image. Some risks of using social media for children is like cyberbullying and online harassment too. Cyberbullying is deliberately using digital media to communicate false, embarrassing, and or hostile information about another person. It is the most common online risk for all kids, and it's a peer-to-peer risk, I think. And sexting, like okay, it's to sexting. Sexting can be defined as sending, receiving, or forwarding sexually explicit message, photographs, or image cell phones, image via cell phones, computer, or others digital device. And how to control our kids social media. I have no kids. I don't have kids yet, but I think parents should monitor their kids or teens social media like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, because kids spend on average about 8 hours per day for online. Basically, in our situation like today, because we have a pandemic, so our kids, maybe your kids or my kids in a pandemic, will use phone more often, and the implications of their activities for their health and well-being are significant. Excessive use of social media can have addictive effects too. The more you use it, the more you want to use it. I think that's a jargon like usual. Teen or kids can get used to chatting with friends, exchanging text message, and posting comment. The posting of picture online should be monitored to control for sexting and other explicit sexual behaviors. Words and behaviors online that evoke harsh responses or unflattering image can damage self-esteem. And how to controlling children using social media, because I think is having an open conversation with our children about the proper use of social media is important, but it is also a good idea to monitor as they are young and can be easy prey for online dangerous activities. And I think it's important for us to set the ground rules when you first give a smartphone to your kids, including that they will be monitored until they are old enough to understand responsibility and accountability. You can open up more features as the child demonstrates their ability to follow the rules, meet your expectation, and understand the consequence of unacceptable behaviors. Be sure to have discussions about digital safety and navigating the risks of social media, because I think we can't to always control our child, our kids to using social media. So this is navigating the risks of social media is communicating with your kids about social media limitation can build responsible behavior, and they learn to be accountable for their action. Ensure your child is the minimum are required to join a social media networking sites. Install a tool that allows you to monitor your child's online activity, limit the amount of time they spend online, and even block their ability to send out personal information. So this is the conclusion. Social media is platform and functionality are always changing, and it's a good idea to keep up to date with the social media your child uses. You could ask your child what platform are popular and which one they like. You could also get your child to show you how different social media platform works. So this is about a social media for children. So I will uh, continue about uh, another presentations. So I will changing the presentation to, wait a minute, to, okay, this is, about save our world or save our environment. Okay, this is environmental damage caused by human. The first image is about deforestation. And what is deforestation? Deforestation is the permanent removal of trees to make room for something besides forests. This can include clearing the land for agriculture, of grazing, or using the timber for fuel construction or manufacturing. And the second is human caused fire can be classified into accidental or deliberate types. Accident types may involve careless or reckless behaviors. The third is, I think, is marine pollution is a combination of chemicals and trash, most of which comes from land source is washed or blown into the ocean. And the third and the last one is a floods, and the flood is certain human activities can get down the chance of flooding and make it worse when it occurs. For this reason, urban development, agriculture, and deforestation require careful management to keep natural disaster from occurring. Okay, so this is the next slide is a way how to save our world. I think is for means for mean for mean for how to save our world is recycle, reduce grow plants, and stop pollution. Recycling is a collection, processing, and reuse of materials that would otherwise be thrown away. And reduce is to minimize the amount of waste we create. Reuse refers to using items more than once. Recycles means putting a product to a new use instead of throwing it away. And group lines, I think it's not group lines, but it's maybe better to say about growth trees. The trees provide us our life two basic needs: food and oxygen. During photosynthesis, trees generate enough oxygen that help both humans and animals to survive. Planting of trees saves water and brings rainfall. Stop pollution is important for, and the fourth is stop pollution. Stop pollution is important for human health and environment. Poor air quality has harmful effects on human health, particularly the respiratory is breathe and exhale inhale, isn't it? And pollutant can also damage plants and building, and smoke or haze can reduce visibility. Yes, and this is how we can achieve net zero emission for saving our world better in at 2050. We can start from now, but how to uh, we can achieve net zero emission in 2050? We can start now, but in order to get net zero by 20 2040, 50, we would need nearly, I think, a reduction in a car. Even cars were low emission, and in 2025, establish net zero standards for new buildings is one that requires new building to be designed and equipped so that all energy used on an annual basis for heating, cooling, lighting, appliances, vehicle charging, and others. And in 2030, a zero emission standard for all new cars. New cars and phones can be sold if they have the capability to drive a significant distance with zero emission. And this is will defined through consultation maybe. And for 2040, the transportation sector, which is responsible for nearly a quarter of total nitrogen oxides gas emissions and urban particulate matter emission. And for 2045 till 2050, it's all of our plans come true in 2055 and 2005, in all if all our plans come true in 2045 till 2050, I think at least we can feel natural change for the better. And things you can do to help our world is, first, you can use your voice. Is we are the first generation to know we are destroying the world, and we could be the last that can do anything about it. Speaking up is one of the most powerful things we can do, especially if it's to the right people, to tell people to commit to actions to protect our natural world. It sustainably, sweet, it's with sustainably. Food production is a major driver of wildlife extinctions. What we eat contributes around a quarter of global greenhouse gas emission and is responsible for almost 60% of global biodiversity loss. And the third is watch out what you buy. We can all do more to be more conscious about what we buy and where buy it from. Buying less will save your money, reduce waste, and improve your environmental footprint. Living a less consumerist lifestyle can be benefit you and our planet. And the last is volunteering for your world. Volunteering can be daunting and expensive if you don't know where to look. And but it doesn't need to be this hard to do good. I think the way human destroy worlds. Human is the first media that destroy worlds. Have four elements that humans destroy world is from earth, fire, rubbish, pollution, and destructive fishing. Earth like okay is about it's like to barren forest or wildfire. Marine pollution is also the way human destroy world. And damage on the ocean, damage in habitat destruction and the oxygenation. Destructive fishing techniques like bottom trawling, dynamiting, and poisoning destroy habitats near shore as well as in the deep sea. And the oxygenation, the primary causes of the oxygenation are eutrophication and nitrogen dispersion from the burning of fossil fuels coupled with the widespread impacts from ocean warming. And Earth is not a piece of land, it is our life. Our Earth is like our mothers who gave us everything. Now, today, Earth needs our help. Our motherland is now surviving due to pollution, cutting trees, growing industry, and others. I think it's enough from me. What about children's education, social media for children, and how to save our world and save our environmental. I think uh, it's can be understood by you guys because I'm not good enough for telling and presenting. So thank you for your attention. Thank you.